I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say. I have no notes prepared. I did not even open up my notebook today. Nor was there anything that had to be written down. Tonight has done very little to suggest to me that this team is making the playoffs. I know we're still in it, but there is no way. There is no way that you could watch this tonight and say that this team's is ready to make a postseason run or make the postseason at all. Tonight calls for the hoodie. So I am apoplectic as all hell. Apoplectic, guys. I'm at a loss for words. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty pissed off. The Marlins lose 1-0 in the series opener against the Cincinnati Reds. A team that you're jockeying with in a playoff race. A team that's a couple games behind you that can easily catch up to you in the standings if you lose the series. You already dropped one game. You're playing a team that you are in contention with. And you, Marlins, didn't show up. The only person who showed up at the ballpark today was Sandy. Everyone else was at the hotel taking a nap. 4 hits. 4. This offense is absolutely lifeless. Without a pulse. Non-existent. Non-existent as all hell. You know something? You want to know something? I'm really starting to, and this is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound crazy to people. This is going to sound crazy. But with the way we're playing right now, the way that this offense is playing right now, we could not beat the 2003 Detroit Tigers in a series. We can't. Yes, I said it. We would lose a series to the 2003 Detroit Tigers. One of the worst teams in baseball history. What I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up their record. They lost well over 100 games that year. One of the worst teams of all time. We would lose to the 2003 Detroit Tigers because of how bad this was. Yes, look, I knew it. I remembered their record like a damn computer. 43 wins and 119 losses. Probably can't see that. I don't know. I'm blind. I can't see without my glasses. Nor is it worth wearing them right now because I'm losing my mind, guys. Losing my mind. We would lose a series to the 2003 Tigers, to the 1899 Cleveland Spiders, the worst team in baseball history. We would lose to them. We would lose to the White Sox team that lost well over 100 games a few years ago. We would lose to the Houston Astros teams like in the early 2010s, 2012, 2013, 2014. We would lose to those teams. We would lose to the expansion Mets. Like, we are so non-existent offensively right now, that we would lose to the worst teams in the history of this doggone sport. So if you want a hot take, there's your hot take for tonight. This offense is so just anemic and dead and unproductive that it makes you wonder if you're watching a baseball game at all. You only had 4 hits, nobody in scoring position, not even a soul, not even an inch of a run. This offense sucks, guys. This offense is so bad. This offense is so inept, anemic, unproductive, non-existent, and a complete joke. We talked about it on the show this morning. If you guys saw, if not, we talked about it on the show. We talked about the offense and how they were able to get into a groove, against, Anaheim and Pittsburgh. But let's be real, guys. We're playing against the worst team in baseball in Anaheim. And Pittsburgh isn't that good of a team either. But here's the thing that I'm enamored by. You get Maddoxed by Braxton Ashcraft yesterday. You would think these guys would come out with the mentality of, okay, we got Maddoxed. We're not going to come out here and stink up the joint again. We're going to rip these balls. We're going to rip these things down the left field and right field line. We're going to get on base. We're going to score runs today. That should have been the mindset. But these guys don't have that mindset. These guys don't have the mindset, the winning mindset that a ball club needs to have in order to be successful. This team doesn't have that. They show up to the park, they play. If they win, great. If they lose, oh well. And I think that's a dichotomy. I think that is a ripple effect of who you have as your manager. I'm not blaming Clayton McCullough for this loss tonight, because last time I checked, Clayton McCullough does not hold the bats and he does not pitch. But the attitude that Clayton has brought to this ball club has permeated throughout the entire locker room, throughout the entire clubhouse. I'm not saying that these guys don't give a crap. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that there's no urgency. There's no desperation. There's no fight. None of that's going on here. None of that. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching this game, wasting 3 hours of my damn Friday evening, my damn Friday night, when I could be watching something else, enjoying something else. And I'm sitting here, you want to know what I'm thinking in my head? I'm thinking, man, Sandy must be pissed. And he has a right to be. Sandy Alcantara, he's not the type of guy to, show his emotions and go crazy, blah, 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 like a certain somebody, like the person on camera. But I know deep down inside he's pissed. Because he goes out there, he tosses another gem, 7 innings, albeit only 2 strikeouts. Very weird, only 2 strikeouts from Sandy. But nonetheless, 7 innings of shutout ball. He did not give up an earn. I don't care. That earned run should not go against him. Again, we talk about how baseball stats are recorded. That earned run should not be recorded against him. I'm sorry. This should be a shutout. 7 innings of shutout ball in my book. You wasted Sandy. Offense doesn't show up. And then, in, what was it, the 6th inning? Let me check. I'm going to check right now. Yes, in the 6th inning, Eugenio Suarez sends a ball to left field, center field, whatever you want to call it. Heriberto Hernandez is in left field. And Heriberto decides, you know what? I want to be Jacob Marcy. I want to try to have a highlight reel defensive catch of my own. Eugenio Suarez doubles to left. The ball is not hit anywhere near the vicinity that Heriberto was at. The ball was hit just short of where Heriberto was. Just short. So instead of playing the ball on the hop, Heriberto decides to try and make a diving, sliding grab, and the ball goes past him up to the outfield wall, and the Reds get the only run of the game. That's not on Sandy. That's the reason why I say that he should have a 0 next to that earned run amount for tonight. It should be a 0. And in my book, it's a 0. Because that play is on Heriberto Hernandez for being the dummy of the night, trying to make a nice highlight reel catch when he did not have a chance to do it and when it wasn't necessary. Yeah, you could say, oh, I like the effort, and fine. You like the effort, fine. Great. You don't do that in a 0-0 ball game when you're trying to find offense and when your starting guy, your ace, when your workhorse is on the mound getting his stuff done. There's no reason for that, man. So that's all I have to say tonight. I mean, there's really nothing more that has to be said. The Marlins dropped to, what's the record again? 62-61. And right now, we are now 3 games behind Philly for the last National League wild card spot. 3 games. 3 games. We're right here. The star is right there. See a little star next to the Marlins logo? Yup, that's where we are. 3 games behind Philadelphia. And we play the Phillies in a couple days. We play the Phillies in a couple days looking like this. Well, I said that this is the most imperative 6-game road trip of the season. And it has begun with one of the worst games that I've ever seen in my life. Marlins dropped the series opener 1-0 to the Cincinnati Reds. I can't go anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could provide you with the more detailed recap for tonight. But I don't, I can't do it, man. I couldn't bring myself to do the recap yesterday, or because of how awful it was. And I didn't want to do this one tonight, but I'm like, you know what? I got to do something. I got to say something, so I'll just do it. So, no notes. I apologize for half-assing this one, but tonight is not worth anybody's time. This was a waste of 3 hours for Colin, for myself, and for everyone else who's a Marlins fan in the United States of America. And all over the world, too, because I know we have some Marlins fans all over the world. Believe it or not. But that's it, guys. I have nothing more to say. Marlins lose 1-0. Game 2 tomorrow. Ryan Gusto on the mound against Brady Singer. See what happens with that. Yeah, that's it. So remember to please like, comment, share, subscribe. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Take care, everybody. Marlins suck.